A level drill is critical to uniform depth and uniform emergence. Taking the time to make this important adjustment will pay dividends all season long. After watching this video, you will be able to explain how the position sensors monitor the machine position and provide that information to the display. Use the correct sequence to level the drill fore and aft and side to side. Use the bleed procedure in the operator's manual to solve uneven depth problems on the wings. Proper and uniform tire pressure is a starting point when leveling any tool. Uniform pressure allows for consistent leveling across the tool. Also, improper pressures can cause poor performance and possible compaction issues. Before we begin the tool leveling process, we need to remove any air from the frame hydraulics system. This can be achieved by raising and lowering the tool several times. Once we have purged the air from the hydraulics, find a level area of the field. Pull the tool about 15 feet with the tool lowered to the desired working depth. Stop and keep the tool at the desired working depth. Here we see the operator inserting a screwdriver into the fertilizer shank at one of the four corners of the main frame to verify the working depth. Using this slot visually allows the operator to achieve consistency in leveling the depth across the tool. Next, the operator repeats the process at the other three corners of the main frame to verify the working depth for all four corners of the tool. Now we need to calculate the depth difference. This will help determine the proper fore-aft level adjustment that is needed to level the center frame. Fore-aft leveling follows the same procedure on the wings as with the main frame. The key to correct fore-aft leveling is to start with the main frame and work your way out. To make frame fore-aft adjustments, remove the lock pin and retainer. Using the supplied wrench, adjust the tension rod based on the position of the slot to the ground. One full turn of the adjustment screw will adjust the vertical height of the front wheels 0.6 inches. There is also a decal on the tool for the fore-aft leveling adjustment. There is a sensor associated with each wheel module, or 6 per machine. These sensors communicate with the control unit, which commands hydraulic flow to raise and lower the wheel module cylinders. In video 4 of this series, Adjusting True Set, we performed a frame calibration. During the calibration, these wheel values are calibrated. Starting with a calibrated frame aids in correctly setting the fore-aft. These values also allow the customer to adjust side-to-side leveling from the display while in the cab. Once we have completed the fore-aft leveling procedure, measure the frame height on each frame section to verify that the fore-aft position is correct. Leveling the tool side to side begins with selecting the TrueSet soft key on the main page. Next, select the leveling button in the frame height window. Lower the machine until the fertilizer shanks are at the preferred working depth. Always level the center frame first. This is now the reference point for leveling the outer wings. Next, select the section or sections that need leveling. Adjust these sections using the raise or lower button. Again, as with fore-aft leveling, begin with the center frame and work your way out. It's also important to bleed the hydraulic system for the openers and closing wheels. This will ensure that you are getting full range of the hydraulic cylinders. Without properly bleeding the system, uneven depth issues on the wings can be the result. Start the procedure by, first, making sure all hydraulic and electrical connections are connected. Tractor running at idle with the tool fully unfolded and raised to frame full height. Remove the bleed hose provided in the toolbox and install on the end cap with the other end of the hose in a bucket. This needs to be repeated for the shanks and press wheels. Shanks have 2 end caps to bleed, one for trip force and one for raise and lower. Press wheels have a single end cap. From the display, simply follow the on-screen process to bleed all cylinders. Access the procedure by going to the Diagnostics page and accessing the Maintenance tab. Next, select Opener Air Bleed from the drop-down menu and tap the Next button. Follow the prompts to complete the bleed process. As with leveling, begin the bleed procedure on the main frame. Then left and right inner wings, and then left and right outer wings. Reference the OM for the complete step-by-step process to bleed the system. The sequencing will remove unwanted air from the hydraulic system. Leveling your drill is an important step to a successful seeding season. Take the time to make this important adjustment. Now you are able to explain how the position sensors monitor the machine position and provide that information to the display. Use the correct sequence to level the drill fore and aft and side to side. And use the bleed procedure in the operator's manual to solve uneven depth problems on the wings.